Oh my god, we're gonna stream. Sorry, not good. Live.
Wait, we are streaming?
Length is up to you. Yeah. I want to turn it off, but it might break. But yeah, I'm so. It doesn't have to be involved. Or complicated.
Yeah, I mean, we are missing a.
Oh, hi.
We were reading cards.
We were.
Hello, what did you do? Why did you move my candle out? Stop it! Why do you do this?
It's a candle. Inside.
We're inside while watching it.
Power outage. Fire.
I need
Point
fire
of candles
everywhere.
is just to make. Put that so close.
Caleb, come on. All on the internet, Caleb. You know that they know you're stupid.
Hello, internet. I'm a moron. that can be repeated and gift forever.
Yeah. We were trying to like.
We're here now.
Okay,
We're totally playing.
I've always wanted. Also, last week.
Don't worry, everyone. I'll carry the group. We'll be alright, Thacker. What?
We are also.
I'm literally at -4 to every roll.
But you got brought back from the dead.
I'm not complaining. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
It's funny because I did.
That's fine.
No, we're on the table.
You need these, or are these Sequoias, or? Alright, fine. I'll be all grabbing the bait.
Pretty sure those are all. These? Oh yeah, for sure.
But now
Yeah,
it's
no.
working.
His is over
So
there.
we are also
The lovely one.
It'll be a good character interaction. Come on, Thacker. We have to. It's every Friday, Thacker.
Think of the audience.
You don't get to.
All 9 of them.
You don't. Listen.
Not to be mean to you guys.
Crowd
that
size.
Are actually watching
Crowd
2 hours
size
late.
at the point. If there was a single person watching.
Actually, check them.
I'm trying.
What if it broke?
Yeah, I think we'd be like, we gave up.
Pretty nifty.
I'm sorry. If you guys really express this.
Well, I mean, it's no.
It's going good.
I was, well, your one very angry opinion, Thacker.
I'm 25% of the vote right now.
Don't worry, we've got 4 candles burning. 3 maybe.
Yeah, my
I was
phone
asking how many people.
Come on. It's literally 6:30.
Mine says 1 viewer, but
1 viewer will be here.
Yes, for reference, one of our members is sick. Addison is ill. Good God of heaven.
Vomiting.
I don't think they
yeah.
needed to know that. Alright, well, Maddie, whether you're watching or not, pity you.
I know.
Actually,
We miss you, and we're sorry you're vomiting. Vomiting. So, let's see here.
Odin. Really the one.
Hi.
Thank you for your.
God, Thacker. Oh, do we have to play Dungeons and Dragons? It's just such a fun game. Random Encounters, episode 4.
Welcome to tonight's episode of Random Encounter, episode 4, sponsored by Level 1 Studios.
So we take a vote. Who says we?
I don't care.
You do seem to care.
I used to care, but I've reached the point where I'm like, I cared like 10 seconds ago.
I'm so. You lose me at every turn, Thacker.
You have turned off. Because my inside.
I know.
Not meant that. You know how not
He has to
meant
chew with
they
his
are for
inside
that?
teeth.
No! I got it from Apoya. Blame him.
Why are more people tuning in?
Because we're popular.
No, we're not.
Yeah, that's a big fat
We're
fucking
nerds,
lie.
my friends.
Am I well in? Am I well in camera? Yeah, I am. We're good.
Okay. Oh, you did well.
Yeah.
We're already streaming.
I mean, we may as well if we're already here.
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna cut this bit out of the video when it goes.
No.
It's such a good
I
part.
was debating about whether or not to actually.
We
Anyway,
didn't even
Whether or
have
not to do our
5 hour
job.
long video. Why would you cut out the intro?
Because I actually.
If you are unhappy that we could not start this video on time, you can call our problems number 1-800-WE-KNOW.
'cause we do. Anyway.
But we finally got Twitch up, and we're ready to play. So, I'm not gonna say welcome to I'm not gonna say welcome to Random Encounters because that's not my job.
I know, I already did. But then we stopped it because
Anyway.
we actually were like
Continue.
about it. Welcome
Continue.
to tonight's episode of Random Encounter, hosted by Level 1 Studios. Dungeon Master here at well, we're all kind of. I'm the Dungeon Master of this camp. Put it, run it, and all in my. All me.
We're killing you.
Tonight we are down.
It's hard for a 4-member group.
You mentioned
There's the
goal. We are down. Introduction. Always start.
I don't know. She's okay. Oh.
You get your own camera. Like it's only yours. Me and Apoya get to share. Because we're just not nearly as entertaining. I'm just kidding.
So my name.
Don't do that.
Emily.
Just don't do that, Emily, please.
Okay, my name's Emily. And I play Elg.
I play, my name is Caleb, and I play Victon Tongir, the group's human cleric. Yeah, I am a cleric of Ilmater. Filthy way of saying it. Go ahead.
One. Say. Play.
I am Jacob, and I play Leonin, our human monk.
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 The new.
Hello, I am the human monk.
I am the human monk.
It is what I
You can
play.
stop though.
I play the monk.
You can stop.
The monk character. Can you hand me my box of dice?
Oh.
Caleb,
Half last episode.
well, 2 weeks ago episode.
Ago, yeah. The party from the spy master of the
Rohawk.
Warhawk, who like said to a member of
The bitch ran away.
We gotta hunt that boy down. Gonna kick my ass.
Far too far away. No one knows what directions are.
Anyway,
Wait, he's a Time Lord.
give me some.
Alright.
Aw,
We
my
changed his name to
dad's
Rory.
watching. Never really playing.
I'll turn it up.
Okay.
Turn it
So yeah,
up.
my
Turn
dad's
it
watching. Hi, Dad.
Cool. Oh, you.
Oh, can we change his name to Rory?
That's so.
That
No.
name, Rory.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him
He's
Rory.
not your child. In fact, you returned him to the father who was. If you want.
Can I call him Dandy Randall? Can I call him Daddy Randall? We'll call him Daddy Randall. Your
I'll
mouth?
struggle to find it. Left one.
Like your mouth. You won't be able to feel it?
That was pretty.
Try harder.
Anyways, riddle a question. It would make the trip far more. Hygiene. However, deeper than they had series of emergency
I died, everyone. I died.
did over by someone who is
That out.
To make you want to sort of pause for a minute.
That would be why.
Was I on mute?
No, it was taking audio from the wrong thing.
So they hear me now?
Yep.
I'm sorry, everyone. That was a lot of explanation that you didn't hear.
To sum it up,
They to who? Oh, Well, to sum up that explanation that you didn't hear, they returned the contract. They chartered a boat. The person who owns the boat requested that they attain some giant fire beetles, as it would make it more lucrative for him. In their ferry across the river, they had some hijinks. Vikvin attempted to push Shayna. Shayna retaliated. They both fell in. However, the river was deeper and quicker than they had thought. The rest of the party members eventually jumped in as well, and tipping the boat. In return, the ship's cook and first mate with it. In this time, Vikvin managed to drown an elder as well, though Vikvin, the life leaving from him claimed by the river, although elder being able to cling on to life. They were rescued, they were brought ashore. Then Vikvin was ferried back across the river over the shoulders of Anmar, who was the half-orc first mate of Ranel, and was brought back into the Merchant's Hall, where they found Meliorn, who is a gatherer of magical oddities, and asked if he had anything to help. Meliorn then went back and procured a scroll of raised dead, and they conducted a resurrection ritual in the upstairs lounge area that was found to be successful.
And now we are in so much debt.
Now the party is in debt to Meliorn. We come back to it is the night when we last left off. You went into Meliorn's section of the Merchant's Hall and holed up for the night.
My dad's making fun of your chick being.
Yeah. Yeah, Caleb. Caleb, that was gross. That's on the internet.
In front of my father.
Come on, man. Have some respect.
Is it too loud, or
No.
can they hear it? I'm gonna stop if they can hear
They
it.
can hear it.
Alright, fine.
Caleb, I can hear it. They can hear it.
Alright, I can't hear it. Like, I can hear it in my head.
You can feel the vibration.
So, we rejoin with the party. After a fitful night of sleep, Elder and Vikvin taking the bed of Meliorn, who chose to sleep on the couch. Leonin choosing to sleep on the floor, and Shayna, as you come to wake up, is nowhere to be found. And it does take a little longer through the day for you to actually gain your consciousness back. It's only until about 10 o'clock that you, Vikvin, wake up. Leonin and Elder awake far before.
Oh, everything hurts.
And you have a -3.
Oh, everything hurts.
I wonder why.
Guys, hi. Hi, how are you?
You are currently in bed next to Elder. I believe you are the only two in that room because Shayna went to watch you and then left in the middle of the night.
That kind of anime wake up where, like, I didn't know what happened during the night, and I wake up and there's just a woman on my arm, and I'm like, oh god, what happened?
Sure.
Just toying with you, Thacker.
I am the woman. Hello.
Oh, what a shocker. I had no idea.
And
Thanks for that contribution.
So, what would you like to do?
I wake up and I'm like, oh, everything hurts. And I look to my left, and you just follow up with, I wonder why. And I'm like, oh, hi.
And as you do turn over, you actually feel a ruffle against your neck.
Do I check it?
You feel a piece of parchment.
Oh, alright. I pull the piece of parchment out, I'm blurry eyes.
And as you rub the sleep out of your eyes and read it over, it says, I know. Vikvin, unfortunately, I've been called out of town for a day or two on business, the legality of which is questionable at best. But that's the best kind of business, no? I'll rejoin you once I've returned, whether you stay in town or start on the journey to Junor. I'll catch up, probably. Keep an eye on the other two. Or both eyes, preferably. Don't die again. I mean it. Don't. Shayna.
Oh, that's sweet. I wonder what she's up to. Actually, I don't. I don't want to know what she's up to. I put the note in my pocket. And I explain to Elder, what's going on with Shayna?
Emily, that's on the internet.
Your dad can see that. And I just say, well, it looks like
You good, Jacob?
Shayna's gonna have to do some catching up. She's out of town on business or something. I trust she's being responsible to an extent. But how are we going to,
Sound should be good. There's a little bit of reverb, but otherwise, your mic is perfectly good.
Hey!
This really complicates all our moving on the water plan. We might have to just rest until Shayna gets back, maybe try and do some light work. I'm not sure.
Well, Shayna can.
Right now, there's only Vicvin and Elder in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Leonin, you are
Where am I?
awake in the front room. Meliorn is up. He is adorned in a nice, long, flowing purple and gold filigree morning robe, and seems to be making some kind of tea or coffee.
I try to get up.
Mhm.
Right? And I'll swing my legs over the side of the bed. Just to see if I can stand.
It hurts. It's sore in places that you don't like being sore.
Alright.
It's like after a really hard swimming set.
I go over and I try to like.
But you are able to stand. It does not
and
impede
I
your
just
motion.
do like one big stretch. Ooh, that hurts. Oh,
Symphony of
work
cracks.
through it. Work through it. All right. We should probably talk to the other one, Monkey Boy.
Hmm? Monkey boy.
You're not in the room.
You what?
The one downstairs on the couch.
It's
Leaning?
Still
the
yes, that one.
adjacent room.
Hey.
Still blurry.
It's the
Why is
adjacent
he a
room.
monkey boy?
After I wake up, I'm just gonna sit and
He
meditate.
doesn't look like a monkey.
In a monkly way.
He's a monk. Boy.
Wow.
That was bad.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So, what would you like to do?
I would like to, with Elder's help, kind of make my way out of the room.
Mhm.
Not armored at all. I'm just leaving all that off for now. I'm gonna head downstairs and talk to Leonin.
Well, they're both in the. You're in the bedroom of Meliorn's complex. It is like his section of the guild hall. You are in his bedroom, and there is just a door at the foot of the bed. It's a fairly small room where you are. There's a window just behind you. Drapes are shut. You stand up with Elder's help, and she approaches and opens the door, and you are met with the greeting room of Meliorn, where he has his couch and fireplace and the nice throw rug and adornments all across the walls.
What got brought back?
No, that's that's outside.
That's in the other room.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool beans.
This is his personal abode.
And where's Leonin again? Is Leonin in here?
As you look in here, Leonin is sitting in a cross-legged position, hands folded, straight backed, seemingly in a meditative state. Meliorn is just over in a little kitchen area.
Morning. Hey
Ah!
guys,
And at this point, you do see Meliorn walk around the corner holding a little plate with a teapot and a few cups. And he goes and sets it on his center table. And as you see, his hair is what was his hair like? I can't remember how it
make
looked.
it up, dude.
No, I'll go and rewatch. But anyways, it is a little tousled. It is his morning hair. He's
That reminds me, my hair is just normal.
okay. Good.
Yeah. Makes a note.
And he comes over with the tray and tea, and he's wearing his morning robes, which is a nice, very long-sleeved, long set purple with gold filigree across it. And he sits down on the couch. So, finally awake, huh?
I mean, if you can call this awake.
Alive is what I'm calling it.
Yeah, I'm.
And hearing Victor's voice, I just kind of blink a little bit, look around, and on seeing him, I like jump up and hug him like super tight.
Oh, Oh, okay, that hurts. That hurts a little.
Squeezing.
Mhm.
You know, like my bear hugs.
Yeah.
Where it's like you feel
Yep.
like you're gonna die.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's the kind of
And
hug
I'm like,
that I'm.
okay, Leon, all right, that's enough. Thank you.
Okay,
You're great.
I'd let go.
You're great.
Glad to see you're okay.
So, would you like to take a seat, have a cup of tea,
Yes, please.
join the morning?
I kind of flop in the like. Is there a couch? Are there
He
some
is.
lounge
It is
chairs?
a couch. It is a long lounge couch. He is sitting on one end. He has the tray in front of him with the tea set.
Okay.
He is himself sipping on some,
I'll sit next to him, then.
which is the middle seat.
I'll pour myself a small cup.
All right. So, what are your plans?
Well, this kind of muddled them a lot.
Death can do that.
And as I'm talking, I just slip out 2 little sugar cubes from my rations and poke them in. And I'm just like, well, I'm thinking we should probably still do the thing they asked us to do.
I disagree.
Well, I mean, we need to go.
If you feel up to it.
Um,
We still have a mission to complete, after all.
Yes, if we can save the loopholes, just go with passage. We don't need to earn anything in the way. Like you guys got it.
Well, listen, the fire beetles were to pay for our passage.
yeah,
I think he's paid enough.
we can still do it. Technically, we're now in debt to Melion here, and
Me, yes, you're in debt to me.
Not the people.
I gave the specifics to Shayna, but she had to leave in the middle of the night.
it would be
Should
good
I?
if the rest of us had that information. Yeah.
All right. Well, the total cost of the components were 500 gold that were spent and scattered in the use of the spell, and the scroll itself was rather expensive and difficult to procure, running around 5,000 gold.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Is that a lot?
Yeah, that's 3 zeros.
So I'm banking on saving your life being a worthwhile investment.
Absolutely. I'm
You
not gonna
plan
die
on
in the
charging
river again
interest?
anytime soon.
Do you plan on charging us interest?
Don't even mention that.
I don't.
He doesn't know what 5,000 is. He knows what interest is. We'll get there.
I don't need the interest on this one.
He's not.
I'm not a bank.
That was pretty good.
What?
Real life.
He's not.
Real life
interested.
Jacob.
Oh my god.
Sorry. All right. Anyway.
So, and I understand you are amateur adventurers. Yes? I mean, we had a conversation, Dickman. It was lovely.
Yeah. We're gonna get there.
So, I do no good in keeping you here under my service, so know that a debt hangs over your head. And if it is not repaid, I will know.
Don't
And
worry.
I will hunt you.
I
I mean,
am.
do we have a certain time limit? To get paid for?
Well, I'll run by a feeling on this one, considering
I think we'll have.
I
that
shouldn't
some
say it.
by the time we get back.
Where are you headed?
We're headed to Juno,
Ah,
and we'll be tackling the problem we've tried to eliminate recently.
which is
It should be a fairly profitable venture.
The monstrosity that was one of the
Elgin, the court wizard.
yes.
oh yeah,
You're aware how he was,
executed.
yes.
Lovely display.
We were
It wasn't exactly him, it turns out, that was the one executed. It was, some sort of strange shape-shifting imposter.
so we're after the real Elgin, and he seems to have headed to Juno, so that's where we're going.
We're trying.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was probably sensitive information, so
Yeah.
but we trust you, we owe you, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
anyway, I believe by the time we get back we'll have at least half of that sum assembled.
All right. Well, the way that I was thinking Whatever you earn along the way, send back portions of the payment until you eventually fill the debt. So that I know when they stop, you've either died or run away.
Well, I don't know about the rest of my crew, but at least I'm a man of honor, if reckless. So you'll have the debt fulfilled.
Eventually.
Eventually, of course.
And yes, I will.
So, by force if necessary.
Elder, Dan, I wouldn't technically say up to it, but I'm at best in a bit of pain. So, I think we can handle it. I can still take all the hits I could before.
No. No. They will stay in the back.
Well, I think if he feels up to it, then the best medicine would be to walk it off.
I think we can do it. I think we should get it out of the way and get on the boat. And once we're on the boat, I can rest all I want, or as long as it takes.
He's got a point there.
Fine.
All right. I dash Elder a smoldering look, like the clever smoldering smile. Yeah.
Like face doesn't change though, but I look away and I just blink.
I mean, all right.
My dad just let me
On
do
the challenge. Just lock it up.
Vicky dies.
All right. So, despite our rough start, I think we'd like to try and get to work.
Oh, and by the way, could you also piece together an extra 50 gold?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we did just ruin your mom's son. So let's see what we have.
So it's 5,550.
Yes. Oh, so you're just tacking that on the,
Consider it a fee for my hospitality.
Yeah, no, that's totally reasonable.
And you see, like he begins rubbing his neck, and it seems he didn't sleep very well.
I take out a small gold pouch and just hand it to him.
Oh, all right.
This should be 50 gold.
Is it 50?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's prompt. Thank you very much. And he goes and tucks it away, on a pocket on the inside of his robes.
I mean, I had 164.
I mean, we could get a head start on our costs, and we're just getting on a boat. So why don't we just do that? How much do we have total as a group?
I mean, I don't like.
Shayna has the
Us
total.
three, at least.
Oh yeah, doesn't she have the total?
I have 192 on me. You have now
114.
and
235.
now I don't want to drain both of your banks, but we are just getting on the boat. So
For now.
for now,
But when we get
we should keep at
to the
least
other
20 gold
town-
apiece.
We should have money to buy supplies should we need it.
Yes, we're also going to a new town with new things.
Well, I'm all a fan of being paid, but I don't need to drain you immediately.
No, it's not a problem.
Your worth is down the road, not now,
Vic,
when you're poor and dead.
how much money do you happen to have on you at the moment?
We just did that.
Just refresh my memory.
172.
172?
Yes.
Alright. And that's after subtracting.
I would have you give him
And you
have
knew
I
that
keep
who's Shayna?
money, so
Shayna's a lovely person.
Of what I have. Right
Ask
now.
her in the chat. Sorry.
oh she's not here, so that wouldn't make sense.
Yes. Well, she's in the chat.
Shayna is our halfling rogue.
Or you could just do it as well.
The player is currently out sick today.
Yes.
Choose it.
We have episodes on our YouTube channel.
We have a YouTube.
We do have a YouTube channel. The old episodes are there if you would like to check them out and get acquainted with who Shayna is.
They're long episodes.
They
Kind
are
of like
long-
every D&D session, though.
Yeah.
So we have a total of 481
pieces,
that we
watch
can
out.
give him, which would bring our total down. Let's see, that's 531, I think. Yes, so we could reimburse him the immediate 500.
I mean, if you like. But you are going to Junor, and you might need some money down there.
Alright. Fair enough. Shall we keep 50 each?
We could just start a
journey. Start a journey.
Yes,
Pay me
we'll
later.
go reimburse, we'll go fun.
You're
Yes,
still
I
in
think
my
we should
house.
start reimbursement fund. I'm just gonna put like 100.
I think we should retire to our hotel room and not trouble you any longer with our deliberations.
I mean, yeah,
Thank you
please.
for hosting us.
Take more of my time.
I'm sure you would like to get some sleep
Or
on
shop.
with your day.
Run a business, perhaps.
Let's take care of this at our hotel room and
Yeah, okay.
not
We leave.
any.
We walk out of the building.
Alright.
And while we're walking out,
Whoa,
you're
whoa,
just
whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa. The building?
We just
You're
walk
in
out
his
through the
room.
wall.
Right.
Which is up the
We
stairs.
just walk out the window.
Dies again.
Dies again.
I look for the
Falls
door.
from the second story.
I find the door.
Takes 3d6 damage. Dies again.
Well, I bid you adieu, safe travels.
3d6.
Dead
would
men
kill
can't
you.
pay. Unless I've killed them. Then it's paid.
Don't worry, we won't die again. Probably.
Yes, please.
I mean, we only have to capture them. We don't have to kill them.
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Capture what?
Nothing.
Alright.
What's your max health?
What?
I like
Do you have
a
no
number.
anything special about
14.
fire beetles?
Oh, the giant shits that live in the woods?
Yes, those.
Yeah. They're, well,
Any good facts we should know that you could help us out with?
well, if you're looking for them, they kick up the dirt where they generally nest around. It kind of looks like shit. Kind of smells like it too, but it's bug.
Mhm.
It's not fun.
Alright, well.
You can probably find them on the other side of the river.
Yeah, so that's where we were going originally.
Yes, just look for uprooted shrubbery. That doesn't look like anything else uprooted it. But instead, a fat, annoying insect did it.
Thanks for the advice. You have. We've only really just met, but you've been an excellent friend already, Melion.
Well, and like at this point, he does kind of give up a little bit of his demeanor. It was a long night for him, and now that the business is more concluded, he seems to have finally broken through to be a little more friendly.
Kind of chilled a little. That's good.
It's very kind of you to say. I look forward to the debt being repaid, and then whatever relationship we have after that.
Wonderful.
I assume it'll be a profitable one.
How did I say? Oh, I have this, and I pull out the wand. I have no idea what it does. I don't think it does anything. And I just say, I found this on the doppelganger that we killed. You know, the monster that was pretending to be whatever his name was. Elgin. I don't know if it does anything. It probably doesn't. But I can't use it, and I thought maybe you could.
Well, and like he takes it out of your hands and spins it in his fingers a little. Well, I don't have any ability to tell myself or use this. However, I do have some things I can use to examine it. If you'd like to know before you just give it to me.
No, you can just have it.
Well, thank you.
Oh, it's worth anything. You can count as credit towards our.
No, it's mine. And he takes it and then puts it in his room.
Okay.
Oops, generosity.
Okay. Leon says,
Ricky, no.
So, I think as a group, do we leave the building? Do we head out?
Alright, I bid you adieu. Have a safe travels. As I
hands.
just...
Thank you for your business, Melion.
Yes,
See
thank
you
you. Actually, just pay me back.
Yeah, we got you.
Don't
How
say
much
that.
of my gold?
Ever.
Alright, fine.
Just leave, please.
Okay, let's leave.
Oh.
please.
Unrelated, another business interest of mine. Do
Yes.
you happen to have any books manuals,
You and I
things
are
of that nature that
Okay,
I
yeah. Sorry.
could purchase from you.
Depends on what you're looking for.
More like instruction manuals, like forms, martial arts, things of that nature.
I don't think I have anything like that. Nothing that would help you. Nothing that you can't learn in the field, anyways.
I suppose. Thank you anyway, though.
Yes. So, bid you all adieu, and he waves you out as you exit his abode, and you step into the lounge area. The table still set up, the chairs still strewn about, and as you look closer at it, the engraving of the ritual still set on the actual dining table piece. No fire is going in the hearth, and you are left to your own devices.
To the out.
All right, you go down the stairs to the back, come out of the shopping area. There are a few people that are here now. I'm seeing as it's closer to 11 o'clock now. A few more customers are coming in. You see the pink room is open as well as the blue one. What are you laughing at?
I'll read it out loud.
Comment.
Of course, Maddie, from miles away, Shayna's victim is tossing party funds and supplies down the drain, says Tingles.
And you see it is not incredibly busy, but there are still people out here that have come to shop. You easily enough exit the building past the clerk, and are now now in front of the guild hall. What would you like to do?
Right. Proceed to the hotel.
The inn.
The inn.
Okay.
We need to stop to the inn. It's across the town. Can we just get on with
Yeah,
that?
we were good. When we were arrested, there's we don't need to go. Let's just go to the docks.
We're right by the docks.
We
The
just go to
hotel's
the docks.
across
So you step outside of the building
Ow, ow.
and then turn around and walk back inside of the building.
Oh, all right.
Remembering where you are and what you actually need to do.
Oh,
Um,
right. Okay.
That
The
sounds
clerk-
like a thing I do.
The clerk waves you in and directs you to the back access, where you go back through. The same bustle is happening.
Shall we do our monetary deliberation before we?
Yeah, sure. I got 112 in there. Elder's got 135 in there. How much do you want to chip in?
All but 50.
So,
Like 64.
Is
All
that
right.
accurate?
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Got it.
Do mental math.
I got the bag full of people gold.
You're probably the most responsible anyway.
When it comes to rivers.
Rip.
Mhm.
In
So we
pieces.
still got 311 gold coins prepared.
To pay back Meliorn
Pay
in
back
some
Why don't you
futurescape.
keep? No,
Well, it's still
keep
all
my
on your
11.
person.
I like round numbers
Why 11?
because I want it to
That
be a
puts me
straight
at 61.
300.
It's
I
still
don't care what you do.
flip a coin into the river. I don't care. Shayna tingle. I mean, it's all still on your person. You haven't paid any out to him yet,
Yes.
except
it's
for that original 50.
It's just in a bag.
It's just freaking-
Well, it's in one of your backpacks because you are having to utilize your backpack space now to hold the gold that you have.
Yes.
Kind of heavy.
Yes, it is. Excuse me.
Don't we still have
Yes,
a
it
chest
is.
somewhere?
You have the larger chest that was given your 500 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Shayna lugged it with her. I don't know who's been carrying that around.
I think.
Shayna just leaves with the chest. Listen, guys, I'm going out of town with all of our gold. Don't worry about it. I'll be back.
For canon's sake, can we say it's in the hotel room?
Let's just say that Shayna brought it there before she left.
Yeah,
Wherever
that's
she
my
went.
thought.
Brought it where?
To
To
the
our
inn.
motel.
Can we not call the hotel embrace the
I
whole
said
experience?
The
motel.
inn.
The
It's
inn.
in,
The inn.
It's
it's
in
the
the inn.
sleeping. It is an inn. Its title is an inn. It is the Sleeping Ogre Inn.
Can we just kill the
Clyde.
ogre? Can we make it the dead ogre inn?
Don't play with Clyde.
Sorry.
But yes, she did leave the chest back at in your rooms as you last remember.
Hey, why are there 3 spots for death saves, success and failures when you're only ever gonna need to fill 2 of them?
I think because they might go away after a long rest or something.
Okay, fair enough. Alright. In that case, we continue to the docks, right?
And you go and step through the back access and shut it behind you. And here, the dock workers are definitely bustling. The different skiffs and galleys and such are, well, no galleys, but, you know, the different sailing boats.
Can we look around for the first mate of whatever his name
Let
is?
me check.
Anmar Agba?
Yes.
The one whose name...
Anmar
We
Agba.
head to
I got
speak to
so-
Anmar.
Alright, and it's easy enough to see the ship that you had recently stepped on, and the ferry that it had used to get across the river is still there, still stationed.
A little wet.
Yes.
Probably dry by now, but
No, I'm talking about the full boat. The ferry boat is next to it. And as you
Anmar! I shout out.
No, don't talk to him, I swear.
and as you do shout Anmar, you see one of the people that was on the deck of the ship who was talking to someone else. Yes. And you see the same half-orc gentleman that you had been with stands up to his full height and steps off the ship onto the docks to greet you. Hello. Oh.
He's alive!
Anmar, I'm so sorry. I totally screwed up that whole thing.
Yes.
I mean, she pushed me off, but it was definitely my fault. And I'm just so sorry for messing up a simple ferry trip.
It was a simple ferry trip, and you did mess it up.
We're back to finish our job. I'm sore, but ready to work on catching some big-ass beetles.
All right. That's all right. I can still ferry us across. I think Milner's still ready.
This time, we're all gonna stay seated.
Don't push anyone this time.
Where's the other
No.
member of your party?
She had some
She's on a
business to attend
vacation.
to. She left us a note.
So,
It's not my business.
in truth, we have no idea where she is.
It's,
So,
I don't need to know much more.
gotcha.
We can. Randall is out on business as well, as that is his business, to be in business.
Indeed.
So I'll be taking charge on this.
Gotcha.
So, no hijinks in my boats.
No hijinks in your boats.
Got it?
Yes. Absolutely.
No
Cap,
jumping
so cap.
from my boats.
I heard reason. But I won't, because I do not have reason this time.
Now, I'm going to go and rouse Milner. And we'll be on our way. And then he steps back onto the ship. You're both, all of three of you are sat waiting. As he eventually does go back on and runs in, and steps into one of the main cabins set on the deck.
Feeling a little hungry, I take some biscuits out of my backpack and begin munching.
No, you're eating Cheez-Its.
I think he was trying to be a
in-game
character.
is what I'm doing.
You know what?
So the crunchy noises are out of place.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's easy enough. You see him step out of the main cabin set, and followed by a halfling gentleman with the same shaved head and a red goatee.
Tiger, can I ask you what your halflings look like?
They look like halflings.
Like feature-wise. I never liked the book's depictions of the halflings. I was kind of wondering if yours are just same or
Well, there are two subsections of halfling. There's stout and swiftfoot, or something like
we'll
that.
talk about it another time.
Okay. If they're short, they're
Yeah,
like
no, I just
some are stout, some are swift.
The stout ones are fatter.
the books always made them look a little bit inhuman in my eyes. I was just kind of curious what yours looked like. But I don't
Imagine-
Well, their hands and feet are all the same size as a
Well,
normal person.
Imagine
Sure.
Lord of the Rings hobbits.
Alright,
And that is what they
I like that better than the books always reminded me like they just took like a normal head and like switched it, and so
Yeah.
the mouth and the eyes are just like
It is all to proportion. Nothing is strange. But he does come back out, and Milner then helps Onmar undo the ferry boat and pull it around the side of the ship to the front of the dock piece, and invites all of you to come and step on as he holds it in place. You all walk up across the deck, get into your respective positions. Leonin and Vikvin next to one another in the middle, Elder in the back or front, whichever you'd like. Doesn't matter. Milner's in the back, Onmar's in the front. You take your position, and then they begin their same paddling, the same motion out onto the river, and the traffic that flows by. Onmar doing most of the guiding, and it's about 3-4 minutes until you're eventually across into the other side of the river, successfully ferried across. Right now, it's about. What are you doing, Jacob?
I think he's just bouncing a dice back and forth in his hand.
Okay.
20. He's just having a bit of fun with his dice. That's all.
Preparing to roll
But
dice.
Just shaking his
the
dice.
river runs by. It is a bright day outside. Only a few clouds. The sky is a very, very bright blue. The sun is warm on your skin. It is approaching. I believe it was approaching spring when you guys came here. So it is still warm. Though the sight and smell of this river and the sensations you have going across bring back kind of a creeping feeling in your stomach a little. But it's nothing that offsets you too badly. You pull up to the sandy banks of
death
the.
is that traumatic anyway. I'm fine.
You pull over to the sandy banks on the other side of the river, and you disembark on Mar, hefting it ashore. You are now seeing the town on this side. You can actually look down the full breadth of it and actually see it is rather bustling, and seems a little more lively. You see a few
And
glimpses
I
of the
kick
travel.
Leon into the river. Just kidding. Kidding.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
use my whatever my. I have a monk thing that lets me dodge shit.
Oh, well, we were just kidding, so you don't need to look.
And now Onmar hauls up the ferry boat. All right. No.
Patient defense.
Shall we get to tracking? 'Cause I'm here to hold the thing that you find.
Awesome. Let's do it. Question, how do you usually restrain them? You guys wrestle them to the ground and then...
You wrestled them to
Well,
the
yes,
ground
yes.
and
But like, the typical tactic to get them back, do you like leash them with ropes or...
well, they're usually unconscious when we take them back.
Okay, good to know, Right, you're gonna put them in the cart thing.
Remember you said wrestle them to the ground and punch them in the face.
Alright,
That works. I've
until
done
they're
it.
unconscious. Gotcha, alright. Well, let's go then. Do you know the way?
The way to what?
To the Beatles.
You don't know.
To the general area of the Beatles.
I'm just gonna
We're
walk
here.
into the forest
Alright, well then we head into the forest.
and look for uprooted
And,
shrubberies.
As you begin and you step your way into the forest and take about 10 minutes of walking until you eventually begin your intense study of the land, I would like all of you to make survival checks.
Alright.
Those of you who are looking at least.
5.
You know what we got.
15?
15.
-4.
Oh, that's right.
Minus 3.
Right, yeah, it's -3 plus 4, so plus 1, 20.
Yeah, we took a long rest.
Yeah,
Ooh,
19.
that's pretty good. 20. And as the rest of you begin fanning out slightly, keeping close to the ground, trying to check for any signs of struggle or uprooted shrubbery, Leonin and Elder, you do see what appear to be signs of like broken shrubs,
You know, rub in my eye, I literally trip over evidence.
like broken sticks, broken trees, bent plants, just places that have been stepped on or messed up. Nothing indicates what might be a beetle and what might be a deer. And as the time goes by, about 10-15 minutes later, or 5-10 minutes later, is Vikvin who spots and says, "Hey!" And as you look down, you do see a giant pile of disturbed earth. And it is reminiscent of when, like, earthworms dig into moist ground and they have that buildup that comes out of the ground.
Poop.
The poop. That's what it looks like. Although it is a giant pile about this
Worm
big.
poop.
Wow, that is a big pile of bug poop. I would like to.
What would you like to do?
I would like to find a large stick and kind of like stick it under the large pile and kind of just churn a little bit. See if I can.
All right. You go, and easily enough, you find a stick on the
investigate if there's a
ground,
hole in
and
it. That's what I'm looking for.
make an investigation check.
All right.
-3.
Let's just say I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Is it a negative number? Please
No,
tell me
it's
it
not
is.
a negative number. But I rolled an 8.
Uh-huh.
That comes down to a 5,
Uh-huh.
and I got a +1, so it's a 6.
6.
So technically, if it's super easy, I figured it out. Figured it out.
You take the stick and begin prodding this pile of bug poop, and churn it. Smells kind of bad, like rotted vegetation a little.
What are you doing, Vic-Ven?
Stirring poop.
Just checking the evidence.
Okay. I look around to see if there's like any bugs around because they said they were glowing.
Make a perception check.
Natural one.
As you look around, it is a very lovely day.
I get completely distracted.
It is such, you don't get distracted. It's just a very lovely day, and you don't see any beetles.
Can I make a perception check?
Now as you have found the beginnings of a trace, you can make survival checks.
Alright.
To find any track leading away from it, to attempt to ascertain the location.
24.
What is that? Investigation?
Survival.
Survival. Oh, good, good. 20,
Non-natural.
16.
Damn, guys. You know there are other numbers on the dice, right?
I have a +4 to survival, which is very convenient.
Yeah, that's what all these checks have been so far. So,
Unlucky me.
and as you have now attained like that there's a beetle in this area, you begin to fan out again. Searching where there might be tracks or anything, and Elder immediately sees the traces of it is little patches of divots in the ground leading away, in rows of 6, almost as though it's been stabbed to move along. And Elder immediately begins following this trail. And it takes you about 4, 5, 6 minutes of time as you begin traveling until you eventually can't make out any marks in the tracks. And you don't know where it could be. Make perception checks.
5.
11.
Scusi un momento.
Go ahead. You good.
I've been doing all of this and I didn't even have the stats up. Gee willikers. Batman. Okay. Okay. Am I missing a page or something? Nope. Not missing a page.
That was delayed.
What did... Isn't there... There's a section on giant creatures somewhere, isn't there? Or is that... Yeah, I'm in the back.
Good night, Odin. Don't forget that these videos are uploaded to YouTube, so you can catch up on what you miss as soon as they're
Oh!
uploaded.
In the back of this book.
Touch it.
You got
Lots
a
of...
pimple right there.
No shit. I have pimples. It's like, it's just a thing.
Looking in the wrong book.
Oh, you.
Good
How
job.
do you see?
There we go.
What did you do with your hair?
Alright.
Notice that. I know exactly where I moved. I got one here, and one there.
Alright.
Another like little.
So, what did you all roll?
11.
5.
11, 18, and 5. Elder, looking around, knowing that there should be something here, your vision takes you down to the ground, and then as you pan over, you do see what appears to be some kind of hovel or nest dug in just below one of the larger oaks that are right over here.
Can I see anybody?
It is a hole straight in. It does have some cover. You had a high perception check.
Can I go over and try to see some legends. I just wanted to see what one looks like.
All right, you step over to it and crouch down on your knees to get a better look inside. And your dark vision does help here, but all you see is a curve over to the side. And it's about maybe this big.
Seeing
Of a
Elder
hole.
do this, I say, "Did you find one?"
I go over it so I don't have to yell and spook anything. I think I found where they live, and I might have a plan. I don't know the behavior of them necessarily, so it may or may not work. But
Alright.
so they have a hole over there,
Gotcha.
but it's pretty small. I don't know if we can necessarily fit them. So I was thinking we could throw something in there, smoke them out or something. And all of us hide. And just so I can get my sight on them. And I have a small trick I can do. And then I might be able to gain their trust and lead them back to Charlotte where it would be easier.
Alright, that sounds.
And we wouldn't have to fight from the base.
So the plan is to smoke them out and then magic them back to shore.
Yes, kind of.
Alright, let me
Where we will tie them up in the boat.
check something. Go ahead.
You don't get to know. Is it for the sake of the spell?
It's
Alright.
Here's some ambiance music. Maybe my mic will pick up some of it.
if not we will.
Yes.
So useful having instead of dying.
Margie here, yay.
Hi, Margie. All right. So what is your plan?
What should we use to smoke them
Well, let's see here. I could attempt to toss something with a light cantrip on it down the tunnel. That might scare them out. A bright
Water.
light source?
Yes,
Sure.
that's a good idea.
Yes. That's a simple enough thing for me to do. So why don't we try that first? And I grab a stone,
All right.
smaller than fist size,
All right.
and I cast the light cantrip on it.
Wait, before you do anything, we should all get in positions where we're out of sight.
Okay. Where is this hole exactly?
It is. There's a tree that is rooted to the ground here, and one of the roots that kind of gnarls over is there's a hole dug just under the root, and then goes into the ground.
In that case, I'll
It has a few
tiptoe-
shrubs over it.
I'll tiptoe over, stealth, above the hole.
All right.
So I'm behind it, behind what would be perceived as the exit, essentially.
Well, this hole, like, it is a mound of earth, and then it's dug to the side and goes in like that.
Right. So could I be
Thank
behind
you.
the front of the hole? Is that?
Sure.
Or I would like to be there.
You step
But I
over.
don't want to disturb the ground, so I step very.
You take your
Softly.
time to step over and step softly, and you're now positioned behind the hole, right next to the tree.
Can I get like behind the tree? So, because I want to like move in. If that makes sense. Like casual chaos. So I want to be behind the tree.
So you go and you step behind the tree.
Yes, and wait, like crouch down.
Right,
Is
and you
is it a decent sized tree, or is it like a small?
It's a large tree.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do that.
And so what do you do?
Um,
You are now crouched. You are crouched behind the tree, waiting, and you are standing above the hole, holding a lit up rock.
I would like to. I cast the light cantrip on it, and I'd like to color it like a more unnatural blue light, not quite exactly blue, but just a blue white,
Okay.
like you get from a LED.
From a
And
star.
daylight. Yes, but it is as strong as you would usually accept. Exactly. And I kind of look down the tunnel. What kind of angle am I looking at?
As you crouch over, It's hard to see inside because it's black. Elder got most of the detail because of her dark vision.
I
You can
stick
see
my. I just
Are-
look at it, like, very
with
front.
with the rock held right next to you, and you look inside. You see it only goes maybe 2 feet in until it has a curve.
All right. I kind of examine my own arm length. And is there just a singular curve then?
From what you see right here is
Yeah,
just
the one curve.
you see
It's not
one
like a split
curve. Not
that
here
I can see.
that you can see.
All right. In that case, I stick my arm
Mhm.
all the way down.
And so you get over onto the ground and
Yeah, I
position
get over.
yourself in front of it and stick your arm shoulder length down. With your height, you do hit the back of it.
and like fling the rock as best I can at that angle.
Make a strength check with
Please
disadvantage.
don't tell me you hit one of the rocks. What
A disadvantage.
You are
No,
doing.
it's totally.
You are
fair.
literally doing this. It is all in the wrist.
Totally fair. Oh, son of a.
What?
My dinner. Nope.
What
Why are
did you?
doing this right now, Boya?
It's okay. Let the man eat.
Well,
Why
it's-
can't we eat?
Because you don't have food. By what?
He said sponsor ba 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 ba, and
They don't sponsor us.
well,
Don't lie to yourself.
don't believe any of that from me.
So, what was that roll, Caleb?
Let's see here.
Was that at
Was
disadvantage?
that athletics or
Strength.
just raw strength?
Was that a disadvantage?
That was a disadvantage. Let me see if it's even lower. It's not, because that's nearly impossible. Let's see here. +3, -3. It's a 3.
3. You have your arm there. Ugh.
It does. It.
It tumbles out of your hand maybe
Can I
a
still
few
feel
inches.
it?
You can like feel the edge of your fingers
Can I
touch
try
it.
and grab it back?
Not really. It's
I have pretty long arms. Can I
It's-
push my arm and
it's
grab
at an angle where right now you hit the back of it and it's about right here where you're in the hole. So to push further would be just to bump against the side of it.
it? Okay, so I use my other hand to pass myself a fork.
A
Okay.
fork?
A fork.
Where do you have a fork?
I have utensils. It's in the explorer's pack.
Okay.
I use the fork to
So
grab the
you
rock and pull
go-
it back towards myself.
So you, as you are in the ground,
Yes.
in the hole, laying on the ground, you use your other arm to go and reach into your pack,
Yes.
and then
Pull
look
out the first thing I
explicitly
grab.
for a fork,
First, yes.
and you then take your hand. You'll have to pull your other arm
This,
out.
how small is this hole, Thacker?
It's about this large.
How big are the beetles?
You don't
I
know.
think I can fit 2 hands in there. If I have to wrestle this
From
one to
this
grab it
position, it's
Do you
harder.
not have your hand on the
You
up. I
are.
pull my arm out.
Mhm.
I put the fork in my hand.
You do.
I reach back in.
Oh
You
my
do.
God.
I pull the rock back.
You pull the rock back to you. The rock is within your grasp.
Throw the rock again.
So you pull your arm back out and put the fork away, and then get back down and put your
roll
arm
it.
back
If it's
in
gonna curve, it's just gonna, like,
and grab the
roll
rock.
inside and
Make
curve.
another strength check with
It
disadvantage.
needs
Come
even
on.
more momentum.
Come on. Okay, so it's an 8.
8.
It goes a little bit farther.
It goes a little bit farther. You can't feel it this time.
Alright, great. And
You
I
see the
pull
light.
out, and I say, that probably didn't work. Just putting it out there.
He pulls out.
I heard it. You didn't need to say it.
I tried, just so you guys know. I tried.
So, with a lit up rock now inside, what would you like to do?
Would you like me to throw it in there?
It's already gone, dude.
I have a stick. I say, holding up my.
Just leave
my
it.
staff.
Why don't we just burn something inside of there and smoke them out?
I'm down for that. Pulls out tinderbox.
Well, yes, but don't put the flame in there. You
Yeah,
put
no,
that
just-
and then throw
Just
it.
so the
They
smoke
can't
goes in.
burn.
Just stick it towards
Can
the
they
entrance.
burn? Can they burn?
Probably.
I don't know. They're fried.
I light one of my 10 torches
Mhm.
and stick it in the entrance
It is in the entrance now.
to the corner.
Yep, you stick
But
it
I
out
still
to the
have my
corner.
grasp on it.
You do. It is a lit torch.
Alright.
Wait, it's lit.
Yeah. It's lit.
Oh.
When you were holding it there, some of the smoke is escaping out towards the hole a little bit. The littlest bit is getting back in.
I grab.
Wouldn't it consume all the air in there though, and just go out on its own, and then smoke like a?
Yeah, it's a I
This
didn't want
is-
the fucking flame. I want
This
to
is literally how they actually smoke animals. There's a reason smoke 'em out is a term. It works. So I just kind of put a. I assume I have spare clothes,
Do you have spare
like a
clothes?
shirt on hand. By the way, I am armored. I am armored. now.
Okay, you did armor.
I armor up before.
Which took about 10
I
minutes
do. I
beforehand.
say
but-
taking off my shirt.
Okay. Well, he passes me his shirt, and I kind of plug the tunnel to hold the smoke in.
Alright, you try to drape it over the top to keep the smoke from going out.
And we wait a little bit. We wait 10 minutes. We wait 10 minutes.
Or until something
Alright.
happens.
Or until something happens.
Please
Alright,
don't let
you have-
it eat my shirt.
The torch in there, and you begin your waiting period. Time ticks by. Look around. Hear a few birds chirp.
While we're waiting, would either of you like to investigate to see if we can find any more evidence of these guys?
You see Onmar and Milner just kind of standing there, having polite conversation with one another. Just waiting.
I'm gonna
Nice, what do we got today?
look around and see if I can see any glowy bug things.
What do you mean glowy bug things? What are you looking for?
The fire
You're
beetles.
looking for evidence of the fire beetles, right?
Either that or the fire beetles. You
Yeah.
said they cling to trees and are glowy.
I didn't say they cling to trees.
Well, you said they're glowy. So.
They
They're
are. They are. It is about 1 o'clock right now.
Oh, right.
In
it's
game.
still at night, aren't they?
Maybe.
They're easier to see at night.
Yeah, that's true. I thought he told us.
So I
So what are you looking for?
evidence of the beetles and the beetles themselves. If I
You
can see
have
anything.
to pick one.
Evidence of the beetles.
Evidence of beetles.
Alright, and what did you roll?
You rolled pretty well.
Non-natural.
20. You stand up and kind of, as Vikvin and Elder and everyone else is waiting, you begin to pace around a little and try to look for any other evidence. You do find evidence of beetle activity, but most of it seems to lead back to this particular den.
Alright.
Seems to be the one in this area. And eventually the 10 minutes does go by and no activity.
Do they, like, not breathe, or... People killing them? That would be bad.
I mean, they have
Or
fire beetles
maybe
and smoke is
they're
fire.
Did you say you could
Yes.
shapeshift into one of them, or...?
Yes, and I knew what they look like.
That's a good point.
I did have another
Hmm.
idea.
I don't want to send you down there in any sort of animal shape alone, because they don't sound all that friendly.
Well, I was thinking just turning into like a mosquito.
Turns into a squirrel, crawls under the tree, turns into a bear, uproots said tree.
Oh my god.
We could just start
You would,
digging.
you would have some force damage.
We could just start digging.
Do you have tools to
We
dig?
do not have tools to dig.
Okay.
Do I?
But
What?
yes,
Ooh,
I
have
could turn into like a mosquito
a
and fly down there
thing.
and
Explorer's pack.
see what they look like,
Yes,
Come
but do you
back,
have a shovel?
then turn
I
into
think we
one
employ
and
that
go
for
back.
I don't think it does.
That sounds like the best. What do you? Okay. Sounds like the best plan we've got. How close are we to the water from here?
From here, you spent about 20
Well,
minutes,
flood them
25
out.
minutes
We could flood them out.
walking.
That is what I was thinking of. Do you have like create water or anything like that? That would work.
Did you prepare that for today?
How do we know it's actually
maybe.
in the hole?
I do.
though?
I actually do have it.
This is our best guess. If we can't do
Come
anything
on,
here,
let's help.
we're gonna keep trying here because we're pretty sure they're here. But if it doesn't work here, then we'll just try and find a different nest.
They might just not be here though.
Well, they might be here. So
I think
Do
for
I
the
find any other evidence?
we have, this is the best place.
Do I find any other evidence with my 20 survival?
With that check, you did find evidence, but it all led
I'm
here.
surprised I had it.
In this
Okay,
particular
actually,
small
yeah,
area,
I did.
how much?
This
how
seems
much
to be the
water is
place.
there?
Okay.
For 10 gallons.
That should work probably.
Yes, but I need
I'm
to
gonna
soak, so I
walk
can't
10
just
feet
drink
off.
out So we can go and like get like a
Um,
handful, and I could just.
Oh, I have a water
away
skin.
from the tree, like
That
opposite
would
direction
work.
we came from, so just farther into the woods, and look again.
All right.
I
Wait on that. What are you guys doing?
we're gonna try and flood the nest,
Okay.
or at least like worms, you know, when it rains,
Mm-hmm.
kind of urge them
They'll
to the
come out,
surface.
yeah.
So I open my water skin. Do you need it in your hands as a contact, or
I don't think so, but I can look it up really quick.
it is create water, not manipulate?
Yeah.
But you need a source.
Yeah, I need a source, and it needs to be in a container.
Okay.
Okay.
So in case anyone missed it, we are going to try and flood them out, because the smoke doesn't seem to be working. Wait 10 minutes.
I can make it move.
None of the backpacks include a
Oh,
shovel.
actually, that doesn't make it
Really?
None of
Yeah,
them.
because it's a digging gear.
What of the
That's a
Alright.
specialized piece of
Isn't it
equipment.
like minus equipment, or-
No.
Yeah, I don't.
You can get a shovel and pickaxe at a general store.
I'm surprised there isn't.
I'm not.
At least a shovel in a dungeon.
Digging
here.
speeds are kind of broken.
Well,
So to need to pay for it additionally
No,
is
like,
not out of the
I'm just
ballpark.
surprised it's
it
not.
gives you a digging speed of 1 foot per round.
I would
Is
like
it per
to say
round?
I am surprised there isn't a shovel in at least the Dungeoneer's pack.
Yeah, for
That
like a
seems
DD
kind
kit.
of crucial for a dungeon.
If it doesn't stay.
For a
It
dungeon,
makes
no.
sense
Not
that
like
it would
a
be
dungeon.
in
I'd
at
say, like,
least, a
climbing gear.
traveler's pack personally, just for you know to dig.
That would be like
shitholes.
a mess kit.
I,
I
yeah,
know. I think it is perfectly fine. So
I mean, we would just shit on the
to
ground.
not have it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I didn't say that.
So. What are you doing?
I mean, in real life, you would want to have a shovel.
Yes, yes, of course. Maybe you have to lug it around.
Yeah.
Well, no, you,
Shovels
You
are heavy.
wouldn't carry like
They're
when
You're
oblong.
actually going hiking.
Kinda
You
like a hand
bring
shovel.
you
Yeah,
bring
you
a
bring a hand shovel.
hand shovel, a
Yeah.
ditty kit shovel. It's
Oh.
A
for
trowel.
when you. No, not a trowel, like
No.
an actual little
Hand
shovel. No, it's like a
It's totally different.
trowel is a
Okay,
thing
I don't know
you
why
use
we're
in like a
discussing
garden.
this
That's
right
like,
I know what a trowel
Yeah.
is.
it's like a shovel, but the head is smaller and the handle is a lot shorter, and it like folds on itself. So
Okay.
you use it to dig a hole to shit.
Do you
like
see
a-
how much I
It's like
care?
a tiny shovel.
It's
a
not at
baby
all.
shovel.
I'll be
Anyway.
honest. I don't give a shit.
It's a fair point.
A shovel costs
Yes,
2 gold
but it-
pieces.
What's a fair point?
That the pack should probably have a shovel because that's realism.
No.
Whatever.
Oh, I'm not saying you should give us one, but they should have one.
Yeah. Take
Like,
it up with the wizard.
Realism-wise,
Take it up with the wizards, like Emily
yeah,
said.
sure. Just
I,
commentary.
yeah.
It's not like we're in any hurry.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
We're totally waiting then.
I mean, I guess. they
I'm
just dig
ready
right
to
at the
go.
start.
Alright, let's go.
I was waiting
So
for
I-
you guys to just
Anyway,
Well, my-
shovel this stuff.
I've walked 10 feet into the woods
So-
and I proceed to urinate.
Can I have
Good
the
job,
right?
PHB?
No. Yeah, sure.
So do the one I'm using. So what do you do?
I am 10
I
feet
understand
off looking
you
for
are
things.
trying to flood out this den.
Yes. So we're using your water skin.
I take out my water skin, and I open it,
Put it near the entrance.
and I put it in the entrance.
And I do the casting, and I do it kind of slow. I don't want it
Yeah,
like
no, like a
geyser it out or
like a calm trick.
It has to be within an open container
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
We have a water
open.
skin.
to fill the container.
It's not necessarily. the
you
flow.
create 10 gallons, right?
Yeah, you can create up to 10 gallons.
Up to 2.
Yeah, you can have a well.
Is it
It's-
create water or
It is create or destroy water. You can either create or destroy water. Create water. You create up to 10 gallons of clean water within range in an open container.
I'm just saying, arguably, you could do it where, as the water trickles out,
That's
you constantly refilling it.
it's kind of another spell.
I don't know. It's DM's discretion, but I personally I think
Yeah,
it
you
would
need a
work.
container to create water that's in there, but it's up to you.
It's really to create fresh water for yourself.
Alternatively,
For
That's
drinking,
the-
yeah.
Alternatively, you can.
You
make it
can. I'll say what you can do is you can be pouring it out as you continue to create the water.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I wasn't planning on like having it shoot out or anything.
Alright.
But yeah, just refilling.
Okay, is the hole like sideways in, or is it like slanting down in, or what is it?
It's a slight slant and then goes sharp to the left.
So I wait till she's ready to cast the spell. I start pouring. You cast the spell.
You bring it, Margie.
I need to.
I got you, blue.
Okay, blue.
This is wanted to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I start pouring. You cast the spell.
Yeah, wow.
As I'm pouring, so the container infinitely refills until we've reached 10 gallons.
10 gallons. And it's a time consuming process, and as you do, lots of the water is just soaking into the earth, as this is exposed earth tunnel.
Alright.
And you continue the spell, and you do see it does begin to trickle down to whatever end it is down there. And it's at this pace, it's like 15 minutes later to eventually the spell finishes, and you still have a full water skin.
That's nice.
But the spell finishes, and there doesn't seem to be any additional activity.
Oh,
Seems that a lot of it may have soaked into the ground, and perhaps this tunnel is larger than you think it is.
New idea. We could go to the river, get some containers, some sort, and just throw it all in the tunnel.
What?
Yeah.
Can I look around?
I've
for
carried
other
5
shit
gallon
now?
containers of water.
Alright,
a
during
lot.
that period of time, you
It's
take,
not
you
25
pace
minutes.
about
Well, we
30,
won't be
35
exhausted.
feet away.
I
Um,
rolled
just
a
one
14 for that twice. You want me to just use that or roll again?
14.
I don't need other mind joining
Looking
it.
around
It would be 16 with my 14.
here, you don't really find any other traces. Not this close by.
Okay.
Alright, I think we should set up a trap
Oh.
and just wait for them.
I meander back.
Mhm.
I could
and,
do my initial idea.
I'm gonna actually
just
tell
say-
the. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Would it just? I mean, I'm not finding anything else around in the forest. Wouldn't it just be easier for you to, you know? I'm pretty sure that druids can like turn into animals and such. I think I read that somewhere. Couldn't you?
I was going to do that.
It's dangerous though. Send it out alone.
I
as a
mean,
tiny little animal.
I'm
It's a
okay
bug.
with
What's
that.
it going to do though?
If it hurts her at all, she explodes into regular form, and well, then the tunnel is not big.
Do you know that?
I'm pretty sure I know that.
Then I almost had
I imagine you are a user, and I've known this person for 10 years.
Yes, but I
And,
haven't been able to wild shape before this.
You don't know
Yeah.
that. You don't know
You
that.
don't know.
If
You
I-
don't know that.
You don't know.
If I
You
had-
don't know that.
If
Ted.
I hadn't said it, she wouldn't have said it. Or she would have said it, so it doesn't really matter.
Said what?
Let the DM handle that sort of thing. If he
I
doesn't like it that I know it, then so be it.
Maybe
I'm
I
just questioning your character.
did
Well,
by
stop it.
turning into an animal a lot for past reasons and background. They're yellow. He doesn't want yellow. Okay. So I was thinking because it's gonna be done diddly dark down there, and
I did throw my rock down there.
yeah, but
It's still lit.
It's still lit.
I was trying to get a bug that might particularly have dark vision.
Big rubber.
So I'm thinking like a firefly. But even if it doesn't have dark vision, you still have to like.
Go for it.
DM's
I mean,
discretion.
Totally
You've seen bats, right?
Yeah, but I wanted to be really small. Not bats
Oh,
are a little bit bigger.
Fair.
And
That depends on the species of bat. They might eat you.
If you were too, if
probably
you were,
asleep, and
A
I want
mouse.
to be super stuffy.
Mice have dark vision.
Yeah, but they might.
But mice are small.
mice are pretty quiet.
Small. Birthday
I
small.
actually think it would be safer if you were bigger rather than smaller. That's just me.
Either way.
What are you doing?
I'm deliberating.
I don't know.
I'm thinking.
I legitimately am out of ideas except for that. I think you're just gonna have to go down in whatever shape you
I think
choose.
you're a mouse.
Listen, it's all up to you. Go for it.
I think mouse.
There should be a signal.
I vote mouse.
If something goes wrong, maybe you should be able to make a noise or something.
She can squeak.
Yes, I can squeak.
You know, I have an idea. If you see a bunch of fog run out of the tunnel, help me.
All right.
How about that?
I mean,
Got it.
Actually, I've got an idea.
okay, go for it.
I take out
That'll work.
my hempen rope and cut off like a 5-foot hunk
That's-
and take a single like thread from it and say, we can give this to you to hold on to as you're going in there. Then if you need help, just tug on it and we'll yank you out.
We can tie it around you. I mean, that would be a good method to pull you out. That would be our only way of helping you.
Then I'll also help me decide which animal I'm going to choose because you probably not going to be able to do a bug. So yeah, I'll do a mouse. And,
Alright.
Yeah. So I wild shape into a mouse.
And
So-
you do.
I influence the
Your
decision.
form shifts slightly and then begins shrinking very rapidly until eventually you are left as a furry mouse on the forest floor.
I'm
Careful of falcons.
You got it, Margie.
You
Anyway.
now stare at the mouse.
We tie the tiny little rope around
Alright, you
the tiny
tie.
little mouse.
You have 45 feet of hempen rope now. You take your strand of your 5-foot strand and tie it around the waist of the mouse.
Are you tender with it?
Go for
What
it.
would you like to do?
Is
So,
Yes, I am careful.
you
I
in
don't wanna
mouse
squeeze the
form.
mouse.
What would you like to do?
Oh, I want to go down the tunnel.
So they go and they set
little
you
mouse
down.
bites.
Oh,
No, that's fine. That's fine enough. But then you set it down. You set Elder and Mouse form down in front of the den of this giant fire beetle. And the mouse begins going in, dragging some of the hemp rope behind it. And now, as you see in here, you go the 2.5 feet into the turn, and as you look down, it is a long ways back from your perspective. And you continue to waddle down, and it's about this point that the end of the rope reaches the tunnel, the mouth of the tunnel, the end of your 5-foot rope.
You're at the end of the rope. You want me to tie some more on?
Use your
Squeak, squeak,
I would suggest
I take another thread from the chunk I've already cut off and tie it on.
Well, I'll help him do it. I'll keep tying 5-foot threads.
Okay.
I've probably got like 3 or 4 more left of this on.
This is a full head. This is a full head rope, so.
Well, he's using anyways.
Yeah.
And as you go in, the ground is wet, definitely soaked in. It's getting your fur muddy on your paws and your hands and your feet. And you go about another 2-3 more feet, 2.5 more feet, and you see that the tunnel continues forward, and then there's a break to the right. Which direction do you choose?
Can I get a perception check or an investigation check?
What you looking for?
What you looking for?
Probably evidence.
Yes. So try it.
Evidence.
Which one has tracks on it?
Make an investigation check.
Investigation.
And you keep your mental traits in wild shape.
Under the bathroom, okay?
There's evidence of activity all through here.
Great.
This is something definitely lives here.
Why you don't give us any leads?
You didn't do any research. You did no research.
We asked a couple people.
You asked Meliorn and you asked Ranald.
That's a couple.
That is a couple.
There you go. Research. Done.
I mean, they're not a couple, but it's a couple.
No, that's literally a couple is 2.
No, they aren't a couple.
A couple is 2.
But they aren't a couple.
Yes, they are. Now shut up. I know you're insinuating, Brock.
They are 2.
I'm making a pun. God damn it. Let me pun.
No.
So
I go and I with my
there's
mouse
forward
head,
and there's to the right.
with my mouse head. I close my eyes and I blindly go and I land somewhere. Which way do I land? Should I roll like a d20?
Sure. Even you go forward, odd you go to the right.
Even. So I go.
So you begin going forward, and as she does, you need to tie on a third piece. As she goes further and further in, and as you do, you eventually come out to about now 5 feet down this path. It widens out to what appears to be a small chamber. There are some roots that jut in here, just a small dirt chamber. This is something's home, but that is all you see, no creature within.
So there's no other openings or entries or anything?
Not in this path.
Okay, go back.
So you go back. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Was that another entrance, or?
It seemed to be part of a den.
Wrong way.
And then you now take the left. That was your right before, and then go up, and it's about 2 feet up, and you see there's the path forward, and then another break to your right.
Another check.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, that's better. 21.
21. Looking forward, especially with the help of your dark vision, you actually see what appears to be a little bit of light trickling through at the end of this part. And then looking to the right, it goes a little bit further, a little beyond what your dark vision in mouse form can see. But you see what appears to be daylight coming through the far entrance in front of you.
So I'll take it that's probably another entrance. So I'm gonna go right then.
Alright, and you go down to the right, and as you go trying to gauge how much rope you have. Yeah, it goes on the tail ends of this third piece.
The tail end.
Shut up. And as you get to the opening of this chamber, you look around, it does open up into another chamber. It curves a little to the left, where there's the majority of it. And as you look in here, you do see there is a shape of something that is currently backed up into a corner. Roll initiative, please.
Oh shit.
Let's see, what is the dexterity of a mouse? Alright.
This was gonna happen.
Oh, did you, Caleb?
I
You
wanted to
knew.
be sneaky. I should have stealth. Shit. That was my own fault.
Although
Stats for a
you
mouse, D&D 5e.
With his talking. Google.
Stats for a mouse, D&D 5e.
Yeah, bitch. Yes, I want to smash. Yes,
Although you don't know its
So much
abilities.
easier with Google. Like the actual
Hunting things that you don't research. You guys are the best. Here, rat.
I'm not right.
It's the closest. Dexterity is +0.
Pet mouse?
You have keen smell, and you have a bite attack of 0 to hit, and 1 piercing damage. So, what did you roll? It is just a straight roll.
Rolled a 12.
Alright. Oop, that's cocked. Alright, the beetle goes first. Yay. Oh god, guys. Oh, do you need the stats? It's in the player's handbook in the back. Alright. Let me change up the music a little bit. Oh.
What kind of music do you use for a mouse?
Mouse,
fight?
5e mouse.
We're the most intense music.
Is this good? All right. How much is the average? Just go with the average.
1.
You have 1 health.
I have 1 health
You're a rat.
before I turn back into a human.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
All right.
Rushed toward the ground. I mean, ground is ground. You can't just.
All right. right. So you currently have 1 hit point, and the beetle that is now, and as you see it now, your vision clarifying more. It is a beetle with some kind of junction around its throat and its antennas up here, and it begins scurrying forward and makes a bite attack at you.
We're so
Please roll.
What is the AC of a mouse of a rat?
10.
10. Well. And as it makes the lunge, you're able to duck out of the way in
my
mouse
God.
form.
Do you realize how bad it would have been?
Oh my god.
Of
How much HP does it have?
What?
How much HP do you have?
1!
Run!
of, of the beetle bite attack, and its pincers clamp above your small mouse form. It is now your
wait,
go.
Can I roll initiative as well?
No.
Just because my to pull her out on the rope.
Not
It doesn't matter whether
exactly.
she runs or whether we pull it. He's still gonna get an attack and opportunity.
So, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna pull on
In
the
rat
rope.
form, this is a gigantic 3 foot, 2.5 foot wide beetle.
This is why I said we should go bigger.
Turn into a cat and scratch its
She
eyes
has
out.
1 thing per short rest. 2.
Yeah,
Excellent.
That's what I
So-
thought. Shape that. Get bigger.
And
Run
also,
away.
the circle of the shepherd thing isn't really gonna work, so just work that out in off time.
Okay. Do you just want to nerf it or not at all?
Just not really at all. It introduces some other mechanics, and it would need to take a lot of tinkering.
Okay. Got it.
Well, at least Miller in there.
Yeah.
So, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
They're gonna have to try and flee or change shape.
Okay. I'm gonna tug on the rope.
All right. And you turn around and begin with your make a strength check.
So this is why I thought you should run.
All right, Leonin. Who? I thought it was Victon.
That's why I
Oh,
wanted to.
he's on it then, I guess.
Le-
Yeah, I have the
Victon
rope
was
he
giving you,
tying.
and Leonin.
stuff,
As
yeah.
you hold the rope, and Victon is right there behind you, ready to add some more. You begin feeling small little tugs at the end of your finger as you hold the small strand.
Okay, and my question about initiative was for the purposes of having an action ready to pull her out.
You can go right now,
Okay, so then I pull
and so you
On the
begin
rope.
pulling the rope.
like as fast as I can, but not like ripping her out.
You don't rip me out.
All right, and Elder, you feel the string around your body begin to give you a little tug as you begin pulled. Could you make a dex check? Or a dex save in mouse form,
Mouse form.
which is +0.
15.
15. All right, it's fine. As you begin getting pulled away from the beetle, the force of the tug a little hard on your little mouse ribs, and you see corners coming up ahead, and you're not sure how gentle Leonin is being. It may be a little difficult, but the tug you wore off, but the beetle's going to make an attack of opportunity against you.
Shit. Literally 50-50. What is it?
What is the armor class of a mouse? 10. It rolled a 10.
So it hits.
So as the beetle reaches out, as you get tugged away, you feel the pincers begin to nick and rip along your mouse hide, and you begin to feel the shift into your actual form. And as it does, your person only slowly begins to expand out of the form, and you feel your shoulders begin and gets crushed and pressed against the earth. And as you pop back into regular human form, you suffer
Can she do
5 points of force damage.
Okay.
As you begin taking human form in this small space.
as a bonus action? Can she do wild shape, or is
Just-
that an action?
Wild shape is a bonus act. No, it's
It's an action if
It's an
you
action.
circle with a moon.
mhm.
Which I might be. Check that out.
Mhm.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're level 2, so we should have it.
You're level 3?
No, I'm not. I'm level 2. I'm a
That's what I
huge
thought.
liar.
Sorry. I don't.
Excuse me.
And so you take that 5 points of force damage as the relinquishing of the druidic shape. It's attempting to, but because you're confined space, your form is simply getting crushed in this pseudo transition, as it's unable to take its full effect, and your body is simply being crushed.
Can I see the bulge in the ground?
Make a perception check.
Alright, great. 1.
Can I see the bulge in the ground?
You're focusing on pulling her out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You looking over, you're still focused on trying to get this twine get ready for the next end of it. You notice that Leonin was pulling a little, but you didn't know
Are there
really.
any cookies left?
How much health do you have?
Right now, 12.
All right. Next up in the initiative is the fire beetle.
But it only has an attack of opportunity, right?
Yep.
And I'm right by his face.
And if you two would like to roll initiative,
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess.
I'll add you in.
7.
If I didn't roll, it just slid, so it's still a 1. Can I re-roll that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, that's
Still
better.
a 1.
No, it's...
-3
Mm-hmm.
dexterity.
Yeah, so it's 15.
15. So you rolled an 18?
Right in here.
You rolled an 18?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll put you. Oh, I don't remember. That'll put you right about here. Okay. Alright, and the fire beetle, seeing this crazy transformation in front of it, is going to make a panic attack towards you. A panicked attack. What is your regular AC? 15. So for the purposes of this, your AC will be 12. As you're in mid-transformation and aren't quite able to make it out of a rat form, nor are you able to take the armor in your regular form.
I'm not even amused right now. Just like...
And it's going to... So that was... And the beetle lashes out, but as your form is rippling and changing, it misses. Next up in the initiative would be Vikvin. Vikvin, you don't notice anything wrong.
Yeah, no.
So I'm going to go to Elder, and Elder, you are going to take another 6 force damage as your form continues to ripple. But I'll allow you, because technically your movement speed, because difficult terrain is halving it. Having to crawl through that would be another half, so you have technically quarter speed. You have a total speed of 30, 35? 35.
What's...
So you,
Is something
I'll
happening?
say in this androgynous form, you have about 10,
Feathers on the rope, or felt-
5,
felt
10 feet of
feathers
movement.
on the rope, so something's up.
Oh, alright.
So if I just continue to run, would it get an attack?
At this point, you would have, it would get an attack of
I can't
opportunity, but you
Pull
have
anymore,
to
though, so
form your
might
way into whatever.
wanna-
What would you like to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So, because I couldn't do anything on my turn,
Mhm.
I asked Leonin about the rope pulling,
Mhm.
and he basically explained that he can't pull anymore. So, can I take
Nah.
another perception check?
Sure, make a perception.
See if I can see anything. God, that's not good enough.
I can change this.
12.
12. Looking around, see if you can spot anything. You see maybe about 7-8 feet that away. There seems to be a light disturbance in the ground. That is not the right one.
Okay.
And it seems to be like some of the earth is shifting, or some of the grass is shifting a little where there isn't a breeze.
Because Vikvin knew this was a bad idea and knew exactly what might happen, I'm gonna run over there and
Yeah.
just start digging with my shield.
All right, and you run over to that spot.
So
You stand with your
I
legs.
I put my hands on the top of the shield. I
Mhm.
use my foot to grip into what is basically a handle and just push to the ground and try and pull up.
All right, and you begin doing so, and you get you get through some of the turf, but the roots here are stuck into the ground and makes it difficult. And the shield is not generally used for this. So, Elder, what would you like to do?
Shit, okay, sorry.
You have an
Are you
action.
Circle of the Moon?
I might be.
It's okay. She doesn't have to pick right now. Shut up. So what would you like to do, in this form? You have your action. You have your movement.
Oh. Feels like the music is a bit
It's because it's higher pitched. Ooh, this looks like a good one. Skirmish.
Boy.
So,
Why?
what you looking for, Elder?
Because of the monster.
I'm looking
You're a
for
monster.
An okay-sized creature.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm thinking cat. Anything with a high
Cat
dex.
or squirrel?
High dex.
Yeah, but it also has 2.
True. I mean, if it hits you, it's probably gonna kill you since you just did 5 points of damage.
That was force damage.
Right.
Yeah, I'm at 6 right now. So look at it.
You do know right now.
Oh, my phone literally just.
Dharma.
I was
And
at
in this
20%,
space, Elder, you can turn
but
into
it was like, I'm gonna die.
a tiny and a small beast would be. You could probably manage. A tiny or
It
small
might be
beast.
good to go really small.
I mean, I was thinking poisonous snake. So if anything, I could attack too. It is 2 HP, but it has a higher
Remember, he said like
AC.
3-foot long beetle. You said?
Mhm.
You probably can't kill it. I mean, we have to wrestle them and punch them. I highly doubt anything you can change into at this shape. You could change into the beetle.
I could change in.
You have seen it now.
You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Change into the beetle. Do
Would
it.
it still attack me?
No.
Not
Do the
necessarily.
beetle. Then you'll be at least on equal ground.
Okay.
Equal footing.
So.
footing.
So you use your action in this form, and you begin making whatever motions and movements you can, as your body has really developed a sort of androgynous form. And you
I'm
begin
still
making the
Tugging on
attempted.
the thread. Did it break or what happened?
You feel you haven't tugged it hard enough to break yet.
Well, they probably
But-
would have snapped right
but
away.
It was wrapped. It was tied around her.
It probably would have started. It probably would have broken as soon as she enlarged. Just saying.
Was my thought. Yeah.
She is not in her full form yet. But you do begin making the workings to make your druid form work, and eventually do complete it, and your form shifts into the same form that you have face now, face to face this beetle form.
Can I make it a slightly larger one than it is? Than the one that I'm looking at?
Are you compensating for something?
I am, in fact. My life.
You've only really seen it. That's about. You can make it relative size,
It's a little bigger. A little bit.
like half an inch. That's all you're getting, bud.
That's
Sure.
okay. I'll take what I can get.
All right, you have used your action to form into this beetle, and now it is that is the end of your turn. If you're not going to move anywhere, so if you still have your bonus action and your movement.
And only made earrings.
I want to like face it, but like be slowly backing up. So like not fully moving.
So you're not going. Are you going to step out of its combat or not?
Yeah. No, because I don't want to get an attacking opportunity.
You could try to deceive it.
Okay, I'm just gonna stand there. I'm just
All right, you're going to stay within combat with it. Next up is Leonin. Leonin, as you feel, you no longer have any. The rope, the little string that you're holding, has now gone completely slack, and even with your tug, it's gone completely slack, which is the opposite of tension. And as you tug, you feel like the rope comes with it in little bits.
Vicvin,
Yes,
the thread is broken.
I'm digging faster. I'm like,
And Vicvin, as you are there now, make a
gonna-
perception check.
I'm gonna run over and like help him and like cut through ropes and stuff with my
You mean
Goodness.
roots?
Roots. That's what I meant.
12 again.
12. As you look, the grass has stopped shifting in that manner.
I slow down and stop digging.
So that is,
I stopped cheating. I know you don't know that, but
yeah. Next up is, so
I'm
that
like
was,
just staring at the ground nervously now.
so
like,
Leonin.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh my
What
god.
were you
I'm a little
doing?
more nervous when
You-
I'm
I run over to him where he's digging and
Alright.
proceed to like hack at the roots just to cut through it.
Alright.
And I'm like, no,
And
no.
as you do,
I tell him, no, don't do that yet. Don't just chill for a second. And I'm just like staring at the dirt.
alright. Next up is the fire beetle that is going to take an attack against you. As you have now shifted into 3 different forms in front of it and has freaked it out. Fire beetle armor class, it makes a hit, and is going to deal this much damage.
how much HP do I have? That's all.
You have, in this form, you have 4 HP.
She's the seed step rock.
No, she doesn't.
Technically, she does.
No, she doesn't.
I mean, I guess not.
It's a condition of.
No, it's not. And that is a, because I rolled it. Okay. You take 1 point of damage of your now 4 fire beetle
We're gonna
damage.
be alright. We'll be alright.
Now for
Now
Your
3.
HP
Just get out of there.
Was 4, now
If
3.
you run out, we can lure that one.
Next up is Vikvin. Vikvin, you're standing over where the spot had briefly shifted and is now
I'm just
still.
gonna keep trying to see if I can see anything.
Alright, would you like to make a perception check?
Yeah. Natural 20.
Looking at the ground, the stillness where it was, while it was shifting in an unnatural way, it has now ceased. Though now you see what appears to be slight movements, slight vibrations, that something is still moving underneath. Directly where you were.
I'm just gonna shout. Like, I'm gonna get on my hands and knees to the ground where I dug into the ground a little. And I'm just gonna shout, Elder, get out of there! We really don't need anyone dying today, too!
Alright. And Elder, in your beetle form, you do hear. So that is Vikvin's turn. It's now your turn.
oh, okay, sounds good.
And now, as you are in your beetle form, a natural light begins lighting up this tunnel, this space in front of the beetle. And as you take stock of what's happening, it is you that is now glowing, illuminating very lightly from the glands of the
It was like between out of the whole thing? No! It's Elder! Literally glowing!
being a fire beetle. So what would you like to do?
So where?
You can make a bite attack, and you have no sight. Oh, never mind. You don't witness that glowing actually, because you have no sight. But instead, as you are there in front of the other fire beetle, you feel its presence just by its presence existing, and you feel the presence of Leonin and Vikvin on top of you as you have blind sight out to 30 feet.
Nice.
But do I know like where I am? Like if I would I
You
do
know,
an
you know the entire tunnel system.
Blind sight.
You know the entire tunnel system.
It's basically echolocation.
No, it's basically
like-
blind sight. You just know. Well, it's
It's
not
like
tremor sense, but it's blind
Ethereal echolocation.
So is my bite attack 1d4 then?
Your bite attack is 1d6 minus 1.
So I could kill it in one blow is what you're saying?
Sure.
If I roll high enough? I'm gonna try to bite it.
Stop!
Alright, are you going for a kill or a subdue?
See what happens.
You're attacking it?
Knock it out.
I'm just trying.
knock it
I'm
out.
She gonna bite the beetle back.
I'm in freaked out fight or flight mode. I'm just fighting. Okay,
knock it out.
I'm gonna see where it's going. If it's abused, it's abused.
Alright.
It's fine.
That means it's a 50-50 jab.
4.
For what did you roll on the d6?
5.
And this will Mark the end of its hit points. So are you going for the kill or subdue?
Subdue.
Alright, and as you stand in front of it, your jaws gnash together, and you go for an attack against it, and are able to wrestle around its neck, and just hold the pressure there as it begins squirming in front of your face, and eventually does cease the movement.
Okay.
And you release your pincers.
Alright, can I like?
Tunnel up.
Can I tunnel?
You're
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're tunneling creatures because they tunnel in here. I'm guessing, and I'm sure she probably would notice that. So I'm gonna try to tunnel up.
They technically do not have a burrow speed.
Okay. Or I could.
okay.
I was thinking that, or I could just like drag it out through, not through the whole tunnel where I came in,
Mhm.
but back towards the light part.
Mhm.
That I was assuming was.
And so you'd like to do that?
Yeah, which is close.
And so, with your, as you turn around, you use the back legs of the beetle to grasp the now unconscious bug behind you, and you begin crawling forward. And it does have a speed of 30, reduced to 15, because it can move perfectly fine in this environment, which does get you as you turn around and go around that corner and begin going towards the light. It is 10 feet out until you find a far larger opening that will actually encompass the size of this beetle. And you begin to break into the light. There is some shrubbery and leaves that are over it. But you do.
Do we see this?
Make perception checks.
We roll off
29
on
natural.
or
Make a perception check.
29 natural.
13.
Vikvin, you had gotten down on all knees and shouted, and then you sit up and look around, and you can't catch the glimpse of anything. And Leonin, as you stand there looking, you look around, you see a disturbance in the bushes, just over yonder, and you see 2 beetle mandibles poking out of the brush.
Ah! Vikvin!
Oh, sweet, we've got beetles, but where's...
As soon as I like get out of the tunnel. and
Next
I-
up is, so that was Leonin in the initiative. Then Fire Beetle is unconscious. Vikvin, it's your go.
Okay, I get down on my knees again. Oh my god! Elder! And I'm just yelling at the dirt hole.
Do
Okay.
you wait until you see the fire beetle?
Yeah, and I assume they'd just come out with after taking care of you. So I'm down on my knees. Elder! And I'm like punching the dirt.
So next up is Elder.
Alright.
She can.
Elder!
You don't know
Big
this!
man.
You don't know what's going
You
on!
have-
Shut up!
You see fire beetles coming out of the ground.
Okay, so I,
Leonin.
like, as soon as I'm on the grass.
Can I guess?
No,
Shut up.
you actually cannot.
This group is so brutal.
Shut up! Metagaming.
There's, yeah, metagaming.
I'm not talking about the rules or anything. We're just like cruel to each other in general.
But yeah, as soon as I get on the grass, I want to like let it go and like just like flop in my beetle form like on my back, just like next to it, and then change back in my nose.
All right, so you take about 10 feet more of movement to pull yourself back up, hauling the unconscious beetle behind you, and you do eventually bring it out in front of this opening to its den, and you walk over a little into the grass, and the beetle tips, and you two see this. The beetle tips itself over on its back, and its form begins to slowly shift and shimmer into the form of Elder, who now lays splayed out on the grass.
Oh thank God. And I
Calm.
oh she's all right. Oh good. And I say, who's the other one? Oh, is that a beetle? Is it like a normal, non-changeable beetle?
Yes.
Awesome. Are you okay? And do I see wounds at all? Or like one big bruise?
My whole body's just
As you look over her body, there are no. Make a medicine check.
Okay.
Make a Madison check.
17.
17. As you step over to Elder, flopped over on the ground, breathing heavily, you look over her person for any signs of injury or wounds at all, and you see no cuts. There really doesn't appear to be any kind of like visible bruising, like she took a hit, but her entire form does appear to be weak right now.
And I ask her, are you hurt? In that case, I just cast Cure Wounds.
Alright.
And let's just roll the d8. Actually, no, just for you.
Alright.
Plus 4, plus 2.
What?
How much health do you have?
6.
You automatically get 6 hit points back, so.
I need 11 to get control.
Oh.
12 was how much she had taken a hit.
Jeez.
I was brought down to 6.
Jealous over here, actually.
I have 16, so.
I'm full. How did? Okay. 6 plus 6. I naturally give you. Actually,
And
the
that's
spell level is just 1.
because it is your wisdom modifier plus.
Well, it's
You
spell
are
is 1d8 plus my spell.
you're a cleric of life,
Yes.
so that adds what to healing spells?
It adds just plus 2, just plus
Okay.
2, plus the spell's level.
Okay.
That comes with with any health spells I cast. It's plus 2
Yep.
plus my health, my spell level.
Yep.
And this is plus the 4. That is my spell casting ability.
Your ability is 3, right?
No, it's
You have
4.
an 18 or 16.
I have an 18.
Okay,
What
so
was
that
that?
is 4. So that is 4. So that's 7. 7. What'd you roll on the
Yes.
die?
6.
13.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you.
Skirt.
It's honestly that might not have been the best ideas. Honestly, quite terrifying.
Hey, we got a beetle.
I'm just like, I knew it,
Yeah.
but we got a beetle, so.
And as you crouch over having this conversation, you see Anmar walk over folding his arms. So, I'm just gonna. And he leans over and picks up the unconscious fire beetle under one arm. Good job.
We're gonna keep,
We're gonna
trying
keep
this
going
stuff.
if you wanna
We'll
take
keep
that
working.
to the boat.
You guys, you just
Take it on
gonna
back.
carry that
How
back.
many do
We're
we
gonna keep
need
working. We need 5, right?
5.
Or at least
We
3.
hold at least. We have the facilities to hold at least 5.
Okay.
At the
At
most
least.
5.
At most.
At most 5.
Most 5. And we probably want at least 3. Alright, gotcha. Carry that back to the boat. We're gonna keep working.
I'm going to continue stepping with you. It'll be hard to find you again once I leave.
Oh, alright. So you're just gonna hold on to that one.
Yep.
Gotcha. Alright. So that didn't go that well. But we did get one. So what happened down there?
Can I go and look at the hole that she crawled out of and see if it's big enough for me to crawl in?
How large are you?
I'm medium. My height is 5'9".
As you go over and examine this hole, and you
Those are like
parse away
feet.
some of the
Cross, right?
leaves and brush that have been put in place, you see it is a fairly sizable hole, like 2.5 feet wide.
Definitely could have been 2 arms.
There was you were at a different entrance.
Oh!
This is the second one. That is their
alright.
main entrance. So
Fair enough.
you could
Alright.
definitely try to crawl through this one if you wanted.
I'm gonna just start crawling in the hole.
You can't see anything.
I tied a rope to his foot. And
I'm gonna
throw in a light canter across
Take
next to
out
him.
a dart,
I start
have my hand
meditating
to the
as well.
crawling in this hole.
You are crawling into the dark.
Oh, and I'm gonna grab the lit rock.
I hand him the lit rock. Thanks, Vicky. You're welcome. Weirdo.
And you begin walking through this tunnel. That is the same as I described during Elder's conflict.
Before he. What was it? Bug? What am I? I legit thought I heard a mosquito.
It was just sound
Oh.
effects.
Before you go, I would like to tie a rope to your foot.
Okay, I let him tie a rope my foot.
You need to have the 45 feet of him. Do you have that marked down? You have 45 feet instead of
Oh, yeah.
50.
It literally did that. Alright, wow, that's really organized. I'm a little bit ashamed of my added list of Explorers Pack crap.
And you tie the remaining 45 feet around his foot as he crawls in.
Just yank when you want me to pull you out.
Does that work so well with her? So I say in my meditative state. Also, I did mention I am.
Well, at least this one is not a mouse, so we're gonna see what happens.
You're resting.
Yeah, resting. But
I crawl in.
meditate.
I hold out this
Meditate is for sleep.
this
Everyone needs
illuminated
rest.
rock.
I want to try to do a full
Well, no, I can meditate for a short rest.
Full
to get
rest
back my
is
ki.
4 hours.
We'll see how it goes.
So you
You're gonna
begin.
take a full rest, but you're full health.
To be able to expel spell and wild shape.
Okay, fair enough.
Is wild shape a short rest or a long rest?
Short rest, I think.
I'm pretty sure it's short rest.
Okay. We'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna
Because
hang
my-
out.
my
I have
key
nothing
points
better
are
to
just
do
a
right
short
now.
rest.
Why not just chill?
Mm-hmm.
I go into my happy place.
I continue crawling down this tunnel, holding the lit up rock in front of me to see where I'm going. I am gonna try to turn down the tunnel that the bug was in.
Alright, and that
Where
was.
she encountered the thingy thing.
You don't know where that was. You see a tunnel
said
that
there
goes
was
off
just
to your
a-
left, and then it goes further down.
Yes.
And you can see the end of it. That's about 8 feet. As you're about halfway through this. You went about 10 feet in. There's a opening to your left, and it goes another 8 feet forward.
Can I see anything down, like, forward?
You can. Not really.
Does it get smaller, or does it stay about the same size?
It does get smaller. You'll be more uncomfortable squeaming through that.
Is the tunnel to my left then larger?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go down that one.
You go down it, you see the same small chamber. It's very uncomfortable trying to turn on your stomach in here.
As one would expect.
You manage it. You find the small chamber.
Is there anything in here, or is it just kind of big open space?
There's a little shit on the floor.
I attempt to avoid the shit and back out of the tunnel.
Okay.
And
And you
then
begin.
try to go as far forward as I can. The other path.
And you go forward through that. And it does get smaller, your shoulders get a little cramped. You manage to reach the end, but it's about 2 feet across, a little less, and you're feeling squeezed, and you see that there's a tunnel to your right and a tunnel to your left. The tunnel to your left has a little bit of light coming into it. Although it's not directly out, you see a turn, and there's light. And that's maybe 5 feet down.
Does it look big enough for me to crawl down that way?
Probably not.
I'm gonna go the other way then.
It's still very much squeezed.
Oh, okay. I yank on the rope with my ankle then.
Vixen?
I pull him out.
You've pulled out.
Would you like me to make a strength check or just
It's
pull till he's out?
just pull till he's out.
Alright, I yank and I yank
Like giving birth.
and I yank until he's out.
Except you're pushing, not pulling.
He's
Like
pulling.
milking a cow.
Pulling, not pushing, excuse me.
So the cow is a rope.
Yes. And you do. And he is now.
The cow is the rope, and the thing that comes out is me.
It's like wonderful friends.
Trying to
Find
see.
anything?
Nothing.
Are you.
Well, time to look for another one.
I turn to Elder. Hello, Elder. You awake?
I am now.
Did you see anything down there? Anything that would be useful for us to catching them?
I mean,
We're about a fifth of the way there.
there was one den place, and then I found the beetle, and things got a bit hazy after
You do recall being in beetle form that you had blind sight up to 30 feet.
that as well.
You did see the entire tunnel section. It's not a character for me. I'm just
She sensed it.
you sent the whole network.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Not
there,
very.
was there more
No, you had gone forward and then just to the side chamber. There are those two chambers.
That's all she could see when they're blind sight.
Yeah, that's all that was there.
Alright, fair enough.
There wasn't a whole lot.
There wasn't. It's just one chamber.
Was
Alright.
there only that one beetle?
Yep.
Alright, well, great, awesome. If it's clean, we can move on.
Mhm.
Let's find another one.
And Elder, you were aware that it was in complete darkness while it was down there.
And I would like, so they are blind. My light hitting wouldn't have done anything. From the smoke,
We
right?
would have sensed the rock coming down probably.
Yeah,
In fact, they probably would have sensed you standing there, outside of the hole.
that's a good point. That didn't help. Alright, good to know. So we should move on to the next one. We roll to look for another one.
I kind of want to take a break.
Yeah,
A little.
We can actually be done if you want to.
I wouldn't mind.
Decently.
That was a few hours. Getting one beetle.
It's sort of like only stream
6:37.
It's 8:37 right now, so 8:36.
It's sort of around 7 o'clock. So I could be wrong though.
But it's still over an hour, and I'm,
You were busted to begin with.
a little, and you guys just kind of found beetles without doing research, and then nearly died. So I think we're just gonna call it a break for tonight, everyone watching. Thank you for tuning in. This week's episode not terribly eventful, except for a near almost death again. Dear God.
Every episode, guys. But we promise to deliver one near death every episode forever.
Sure.
By seemingly mundane tasks.
By seemingly mundane tasks.
I mean, this was actually semi-decent.
It wasn't
Like,
too bad.
just getting a bug.
Yeah.
We got a bug. We did
got a bug.
successfully
I
capture.
got a bug.
You did. You got a bug. I tried to help.
You
I
bit.
yelled to the ground. I rolled the pointless d20. Or 20, natural 20.
Pointless crit.
Pointless crit. We'll get
Well, you stop feeling bad for yourself.
True. True.
And thank you for tuning in. I swear, it'll be more high energy next time.
I think it's just the lack of Shayna.
It
I'm
is-
so ready.
Possible.
And we'll have Shayna back with us come next week, and we're going to take the night for us. Enjoy the time while we got. Rest of you have a nice night.
Stop.
This was an episode of Random Encounter, hosted by Level 1 Studios. My name is Benjamin. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.